Welcome to Baz Travels. After driving 14,826 kilometers through 24 states and Washington, D.C., I've seen rocket launches to the Grand Canyon and Hoover Dam. I've explored Route 66, ghost towns, deserts, snow, and beaches on both coasts. From Vegas casinos to Alcatraz, the White House to Hollywood. Join me for a journey of the ordinary and the extraordinary.
Loading destination. Simulation starting in 3, 2, 1. To look around, move your phone or tablet. Click and drag if on a computer or move your head if using a VR headset. Please like and subscribe.
We're at Boot Hill Museum, one of the most recognizable historic sites in Dodge City.
Herds like these were the lifeblood of the Plains Indians. They revered the buffalo as an all-encompassing natural resource, yielding every raw material necessary for survival. Not just meat to feed the tribe, but hides for clothing, rope made from fur, tools carved from bone, even fuel from the dung. Nothing was discarded. In the year 1800, with 30 million buffalo roaming the plains of North America, it must have seemed as though these great animals were in endless supply. However, as white settlers moved west, they established frontier towns like Dodge City and began hunting the buffalo with reckless abandon, harvesting the tons, shipping exotic fur back east, and leaving the carcasses to rot. By the end of the 19th century, the great buffalo dwindled near extinction, with as few as 1,000 across all of North America. This devastated Indian communities by removing their primary source of sustenance. If we could step back in time to the year 1800, when the wild buffalo roamed free, just what might we encounter on the Great Plains? Today, efforts to reintroduce the buffalo have grown their numbers to nearly 500,000. A hopeful sign, but a far cry from their former glory.
Simulation terminated. Please comment, like and subscribe.